that he should tribute what he does to it.
Since you mentioned a circus and tried to compare wrestling to a circus there, would you care to comment on Doink the Clown?
On the what?
On Doink the Clown, would you compare? Would you care to comment on Doink the Clown since you compared wrestling and a circus together in one?
Oh, well, actually, I love Doink. The Doink was, there's another Doink that was training with me in developmental. I forget his name. I think it was Steve or something. Anyway, he was hilarious, and I always enjoyed his entertainment. I really like strong gimmicks because that's kind of like the old school ways. I feel like we really lost that in the WWE. Like they're more like oil up guys now. They're not like really strong gimmicks like we used to have. Hornswoggle is, which I really like, and I just like the the strong gimmicks. I just like I did an indie match not too long, or like 2 weeks ago, out in New Jersey, and they had they had one guy dressed up like a banana, and they were dressed, that was fighting like these African tribal people. Like, it was hilarious and so entertaining, and kids loved it. And I was like, this is what we need more of. We just need more just entertainment and gimmicks, and not so much like a guy being like, oh, I'm so hot, watch me wrestle.
Well, since you like strong gimmicks, could you have seen yourself, I should say, being a part of Vince McMahon's bodybuilding federation?
Ew, no. I hate muscle on me. I can't help to have it. Me and my sister, ever since we were really little girls, when we flexed, we had muscle. No matter what we do, we can't get muscle off of us. I think it's the steroids and daddy's sperm or something, but me and my sister are always muscular, and I do everything I can to try to thin them out, and it doesn't work. So I can't help it, but I don't want to promote me wrestling all like that. So I'm going to try to stay how I am.
Okay, we want to state for the record you're not on steroids, definitely. Ben,
I'm definitely not, and do not want to bodybuild whatsoever.
Ben, go ahead with the question.
Lacey, my next question for you is, obviously with you now residing in California a good bit, what's it like during football season? When you're over there watching the USC Trojans, but the Texas Longhorns are competing for the national title, who do you cheer for?
Oh, Texas. I'll never go back on my home. I don't give a crap about USC, which they are really, really good, though, but I really would never cheer for them. My man went to UCLA anyway, and he'd kill me if I cheered for USC. I never really had a college team, and he never really had an NFL team. So I kind of root for UCLA sometimes just because he does, and then he roots for the Cowboys for me. I'm more of an NFL girl.
Okay.
All the way. I like to watch the NFL season.
So did you go to the Super Bowl with a friend and drink beer and have a good time?
No, I wish I did. I went to the Super Bowl parties in Phoenix, but I didn't go to the actual Super Bowl. I wish I did. Everyone that were at the party said it was great.
So
I don't think I would have remembered anyway. I get pretty drunk at football games.
Since you don't give a crap about the UFC, my next question to you is: do you believe that the UFC is taking away from wrestling and that the fans are making the transition from watching wrestling into the MMA?
I thought you said USC.
Oh, I don't know.
USC, like the college for Texas. You were talking about USC, weren't you?
I was talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
I like UFC. Yeah, the Ultimate Fighting. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome because it's real. We all thought it was real back in the day. I even thought it was real. Daddy didn't tell us it was fake. No one did. I think they tried to tell us, but with Daddy bleeding everywhere and was such a good actor, there's no way in hell we believed that it was fake. So I like the fact that it's real. I love boxing. I love UFC. I go to the bar every time UFC fights on and cheer. Really, really good show. I love it.
Did you like the brawl?
I would rather watch UFC than WWE any day.
Did you like the Brawl for All tournament when they had it?
You what?
Did you like the Brawl for All tournament when the WWE implemented that in '98?
I can't really understand you. It's kind of loud.
Okay, it's loud. All right. Did you like the Brawl for All tournament when WWE implemented it?
A little bit of UFC in there.
The
Yeah,
boxing,
I think
yeah.
that's really cool. I think that they should start getting like maybe every other fight being like a UFC type of fight. Should be like WWE like slash UFC, like WWC. And I would watch it more. I barely watch it because, it's okay, but, it's not as entertaining as it used to be.
Violence.
I'd rather watch SpongeBob. I'm just kidding.
Don't, Lacey, I'm telling you, don't say that because 3 or 4 years from now, you're going to regret that comment you just made wanting to watch SpongeBob.
The SpongeBob? Yeah, okay. I don't want to watch SpongeBob.
Yeah, because trust me, again, Nickelodeon shows that and iCarly in rotation. I think those are the only 2 programs on TV that Nickelodeon still airs. But
What about Drake and Josh?
I like that show too.
What would ever happen if Lacey Von Erich valeted for SpongeBob? What would ever happen?
what was that?
What would ever happen if Lacey Von Erich valeted for someone like SpongeBob?
I think my career would go in the toilet.
Wait, Lacey, I
would be so proud.
had a quick question about the Hall of Fame for you. The one thing, and maybe I'm just being a biased Von Erich fan when I say this, but it seemed to me, like, with it being in Texas and everything, like, I didn't really, first off, I didn't really like the fact that the Von Erich video that showed when they were getting inducted was basically a WWE.com exclusive. It didn't actually get aired on the Monday Night Raw program. And, like, the night of the actual Hall of Fame, it seemed like it felt kind of rushed. Like, your Uncle Kevin didn't really get to give the kind of speech that he probably wanted to give. Did you have a problem with the time restraints at all on that or anything?
Yeah, I thought it was terrible. I thought that, being there, it was kind of cool because we got to see everything. But when I saw what was on TV, because I TiVoed it and I watched it when I got home, I thought they did a terrible job of highlighting the Von Erichs. I mean, there's so many fans and so many people that appreciated us getting the Hall of Fame, and I thought that they deserved a lot more than what they got. Unless a lot of people watch the internet, but I put it up on my MySpace and stuff like that so people could see what happened. I still think they should have had a lot more time, but, we were sitting there forever. Like, everybody had a speech, and then they had to do everything else. Like, live, it took forever. I think my Uncle Kevin really would have liked to have more time. The WWE actually told my Uncle Kevin not to mention my name, and he didn't want to, so that I wouldn't get any more publicity off of it. My Uncle Kevin was very offended by this and did what they said since they were giving us the honor, but since he couldn't mention my name, he didn't mention my sister's because he didn't want me to feel left out. And I only found this out afterwards. Michael Hayes was actually the one to tell him that. And my sister cried like a baby, and I'm really pissed off about it.
Well, I will tell you, I actually did watch the webcast, and when you didn't get mentioned, I found that kind of odd because I know your Uncle Kevin would not, intentionally leave you out, obviously.
He apologized a lot. He told us what happened, and, I was really pissed off about it. That's my dad that was getting inducted, and it was so special to us, and we were there when he was wrestling, and, for Vince to, like, turn his back on Carrie's daughters, like, that's bullshit, if you ask me, and I don't mind saying it at all. I would love to tell Vince that. But it was bullshit, and I don't think that we should have been treated that way. So, other than that, it was a great ceremony.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, personally, in my opinion, I just thought, it was a moment that I know I had waited for years. And when it didn't even get announced on the TV broadcast, and that was like they kept it on. I mean, I'm thinking you're doing this in Houston, Texas. Texas is like Von Erich country, and it barely gets mentioned. That just kind of set the tone for what should have been, in my opinion, a great special evening. Just turned kind of flat, like just based on the way it was promoted.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I'm just going to promote the shit out of it by myself. So they can do it however they like, but I will make sure the fans know. So, well, I have to pick up my son now. Do y'all have any more questions for me?
All right. What would you like to say in closing, Lacey?
I'd like to say that I have a lot of things in the works, and for my fans to keep watching because you never know what I'm going to do next.
You never know what you're going to do next. Well, we'll keep our eyes out and hopefully not be too scared by it, okay? How about that?
Yeah, I have a lot of things coming up. Movies, my TV show, and a little bit of Playboy. So keep your eyes and ears open.
I will be first in line to purchase that, definitely. Ben, do you have anything you'd like to say?
I know. It's just a pleasure speaking with you, Lacey. Again, to this day, your Uncle Mike, I mean, my whole living room is Mike Von Erich merchandise. Sometimes it drives my wife crazy, but other than that, like, just, thank you and your family for continuing just to be the classiest acts, in my opinion, in wrestling. And we'll actually have you on our show on May 14th, so I look forward to speaking to you then.
Okay, great. I can't wait. It was good talking to y'all.
You too.
Great stuff. For Lacey Von Erich, I'm Jonathan Clarke, and we'll see you soon.